Hey guys, welcome back to Maverick Tactical. This is Patrick, and we're all about personal protection, tactical gear, and keeping you safe. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into our channel. We couldn't do it without you. We thank you for checking us out, for commenting below in all of our videos. Thank you for watching them. Continue on. We're very close to 2,000 subscribers, and we want to do another giveaway. We did a K0 giveaway at 1,000. Now we're real close to 2,000, so we're going to do a Reaper rig giveaway. So we're going to give away a multicam Reaper rig from Agilite, and if you'll just do two things. Number one, subscribe to us if you haven't already. It's free to subscribe. Click that like button as well, and then go down below and comment in the comments 2000 or the number 2,000. So if you do those two things, that's going to get you entered in to win that Reaper rig. Today we're going to look at the testing plates that we had sent off, and we're going to dive into those a little bit, and we're going to show you what we found out. So stay tuned. So guys, we talked about the data on our handgun plates in a previous video. Please go back and check that video out. And so I want to talk about now more of the rifle plates, but the very first plate that I've got over here is our XM1 plate, which is in fact a handgun plate. And that's the new data, which is the HG2. That's going to be equivalent to 3A. And in that XM1 plate, the data for that is 7 hits from a 44 Magnum at 15 feet. One of the new things that NIJ, the National Institute of Justice criteria, added this time was a 7th shot. That 7th shot is a tough shot for the plates to handle now, and you're going to see the back face deformation in this, and you're going to see why that 7th shot is a critical shot. And then, you know, it did in fact have no penetration in this particular plate. You're going to see clay all over these plates. That is part of the testing where they have a clay backer at a certain temperature, and then so they smear, they get all the clay everywhere. So that's what you're seeing here. This is an up close look at, you know, plates that come back from a National Institute of Justice place that test these plates. There's only 5 locations in the United States that are NIJ-certified labs that do the data and test these plates. So on this particular plate, this is an HG2 or 3A plate, our XM1. You will see here this was hit 7 times, no penetrations, but you will notice in that 7th shot, and I'll do it sideways there, you can see a lot of deformation in that 7th shot. This plate, once it hits about 3 shots, they stop measuring back face deformation, because hopefully you don't get hit anymore. Hopefully you don't get hit at all. But if you get hit more than 3 or 4 times, you know, you got a bad day. But the bottom line is, with the 7th shot, even at 7 shots, you're still capturing the bullets within this plate. Yes, in that 7th shot, you do have some pretty rough back face, but you're stopping the bullets. So all of that there, you see that plate, very interesting. A lot of people pick this plate up. It's about 1 pound, 2 ounces. Unbelievable how light this weight is, how lightweight this plate is, and really how much it stops. A lot of people will pick it up and say, "You're kidding me, this really stops handgun rounds?" It really does, and it's a phenomenal plate, especially for the cost of it as well. So that's the HG2. Now we get into the rifle rounds. So from that previous video, we talked about handgun, HG1, HG2, and what all that meant. Now we're going to talk about rifle plate and the coverage that you have with that, and the new criteria that they have in the NIJ 010107 criteria. So with that 07 criteria, one of the main things that they changed in that was going from 50 feet shooting distance to now 25 feet shooting distance. So we're half the distance, and then we have the different tests that they require for each category. So in the category that you're going to see right here, this is the YM1 plate. Our plate, this is a level 3 or an RF1. So the new data or the new criteria is an RF1. RF1 takes the place of the old NIJ 010106 level 3. And so in this particular test, you're going to see where we test this with the M80 ball, or that's the 380 rifle. Then you've got the MSC, which is going to be your AK round, 7.62 by 39, and then this is going to be the 5.56 M193 lead core. So all of this particular category of plates, the RF1, is going to be your lead core rounds in your AK, AR, and 308. And then you can see, I'll just show you a couple little demonstrations here of what we see here with the back face. Not bad back face at all. Again, all the exact data you can see on our website. But you can see, again, those 3 shots from all of those 3 different rounds. So that's the RF1 category. And again, we love to have this information, and we love to show you this so that you have confidence when you purchase our plates that this has been tested by an NIJ-certified lab, and these plates hold up, and they're really good plates. And I think the pricing point as well, very fair pricing point. Also, moving over to the next is going to be the RF2. RF2 now is going to take the place of that missing number, which was the 3+ category. In the NIJ 010106, they went from level 3 to level 4. They skipped the calibers in between. So the manufacturers came up with their own criteria, and it was called 3+. So a lot of you are very familiar with, hey man, I'm running around with 3+ plates. I got 3+. Well, what does that mean? You know, NIJ didn't tell exactly, they only had a 3 and a 4. So now they have an RF2. RF2 is now an official NIJ category, and there's not that 3+ running out there, you know, kind of, you know, just running here and there. We now know exactly what RF2 stops and what it's categorized to stop. And so this is what it is. So you're going to have the M80 ball. Again, that's going to be that 308 round. You got 3 shots there. Then you're going to have the M193. That's the 5.56. 3 shots of that. Then you're going to have, let me show you this one first, the MSC, which is going to be your AK round, 7.62 by 39. And then this is the round or the caliber that sets the RF2 plate aside. This is the one that sets it apart. So this is the M855, your 5.56 M855 light armor penetrator green tip, better known as the green tip. So a lot of you know green tip ammo. That's what sets the RF2 category apart from the RF1. So this plate, all these tests right here that you see, 1, 2, and 3, all of those are identical tests from the YM1 and the YM2, RF1, but then RF2 throws in that green tip. And that's the difference in this plate. That's why I call this plate in my opinion, it's a sweet spot. That's the word I have for this plate. It incorporates ceramics, silicon carbide, lightweight ceramics, thin ceramics, to be able to handle that light armor penetrator, but do it at 4.5 pounds. And so if you're worried about green tip coverage, but you're worried also about, well, I'm carrying a bunch of weight, this solves both of those problems. And so I love this plate. So RF1, RF2, and now we come to level 4, better known as level 4, now as RF3. So again, everything moves, remember, from 50 feet to 25 feet. So now we're going 25 feet with a 30-06 black tip, which is your M2 AP armor piercing black tip round. Again, the same criteria of 1 shot, but now it's from 25 feet rather than 50 feet. And here you can see, and I'm not going to turn it over too much because my ceramics are going to fall out, but you can see that there. And I'll try to turn it a little bit where you can see that back face. Not bad at all. If you want to see all the information, it'll give you everything on our website. US Element US Space and Defense. They have the clay. If you want to get really nerdy about it and see clay temperature, you know, the whole 9 yards, you can see it on there. But the basic information, is this, the single shot from that M2 AP round. Now the difference in the ZM1 and ZM2. The ZM1, you see the white ceramics there. That's an aluminum oxide ceramic. Most level 4 plates that you're going to find on the market are aluminum oxide ceramic. It's a white ceramic. It's a less expensive ceramic. It's a heavier ceramic. So in this plate, 6.5 pounds, still not bad, but 6.5 pound level 4 plate. And you see that was the criteria, and you saw the back face on that. On the ZM2 plate, that sets this apart is the silicon carbide ceramic. In this, you can kind of see in here, this is going to be a gray ceramic. So if you see a gray ceramic, that's a silicon carbide ceramic. So a lightweight ceramic. It's a little more expensive, so obviously the plate costs a little bit more because it's lighter weight. The ceramics are a little more expensive and they're lighter weight, so a little more expensive plate. But you're going to see that one shot there from that, and then you can see the back face on that. Not bad at all. Very, very pleased with what we saw in our testing data. And also, one of the things that we're asked a lot is, why do we name or number? I know there's a lot of plates out there on the market, and you see numbers and names of plates and letters and things. What do they mean? And so let me go through that real quick and show you exactly what our lettering and numbering process means. So you see over here the X. The X category is our 3A or HG2 category. So then you come over to the Y, you see the Y right here. That Y category is going to be the RF1 and RF2 category, which was the 3 and 3 plus category. And then the Z right here, you see Z is going to be your level 4 or your RF3 category now. The next letter you see on each plate, in this case, every plate on this table is a 10 by 12. So as you notice, XM1, YM1, YM2, ZM1, ZM2, all those are medium sappy plates. So that's going to be your 10 by 12. On our website, you bigger guys, you want a larger plate, you want that 11 by 14 coverage, that's going to be an L right here. So if you wanted this plate, this RF2 plate in an 11 by 14, it's going to be a YL2. And so the numbering process, again, going to 1, you see the 1 here, that's the base entry plate. That's going to be, in this category, is the only plate we have. It's the XM1 or the XL1. And this category in YM1, the RF1 plate, that is the only plate in that category. Over here with YM2, you're going to add the silicon carbide ceramic. So anytime you see the max and the 2 together, the 2 and the max, that's your silicon carbide ceramics. That's going to be, a little bit nicer plate. Those plates are a little lighter weight and a little more expensive. And then over here, so as you go over to level 4 or RF3, you're going to see the entry level plate as the the aluminum oxide plate as the 1, and again the silicon carbide as 2. So that's sort of our lettering and numbering process. I hope that helps to maybe help a little bit as you're looking on our website, trying to decide what the plate that's right for you is. That'll help you to determine that. All right, guys. So remember, we're all about protection and keeping you safe. We want to show you these plates here and what data that it will stop, what these plates will stop. We want to show you that they're viable plates. Show the data on our website as well. When you go online to purchase those plates, you can view that data. And so comment below, let us know if you like this video, if you like this type of content. We showed it to you on the HG2 soft in a previous video, and then we wanted to share this video on the hard plates with you. So like and subscribe to us, and comment below. And remember, we've got the Reaper Rig giveaway, so remember to comment the 2000 below in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.